And last but not the least is the sex differences between the male and female pelvis. Sometimes this may be a question of the theory paper or maybe asked some different examiners. So you remember at least few important points how to differentiate male and female pelvis. The first of all, the most important one is the subpubic angle, this one. The ischopubic ramus, and this angle is called subpubic angle. This angle is acute in case of male but wider in case of female because female pelvis is wider. If you are asked what is the measurement of this angle, in case of male it is about 50 to 60 degree, but in case of female it is about 80 to 85 degree. So it is more in female. Next, come to the obtruder foramen, this one. This is large and oval in case of male but small and triangular in case of female. Then come to the acetabular cavity here, this one. This is large in male pelvis and small in female pelvis. And the distance from the symphysis pubis to the anterior margin of the acetabular cavity, it is smaller than the transverse diameter of the acetabulum. But in case of female, the distance from the symphysial surface of the pubis to the anterior margin of acetabulum here is larger than the transverse diameter of the acetabulum. Because in case of female, the acetabulum is smaller. Next, come to the preauricular sulcus. It is not prominent in case of male, but prominent in case of parous women who already gave birth to child. Then ischopubic rami. This is ischopubic rami of both sides. This one. It is thick and everted in case of male, but in female it is thin and less everted. Then come to the sacrum, sacral curvature. The sacral curvature here, this curvature, this is smoothly curved here, but in case of female it is abruptly curved, like this, abruptly curved. Then I already told you the sacral index, which is less in case of male pelvis and more in case of female pelvis. In male it is about 105 and in female it is about 115. Then transverse diameter of the S1 vertebra, this one, this diameter. This diameter is more than the diameter of the ala of the sacrum. This is more than this ala of the sacrum. But in case of female, this diameter is less than the diameter of the ala of the sacrum. And this is pelvic inlet. What is the shape of this inlet? It is heart-shaped in case of male and it is usually round in case of female. Why it is heart-shaped in male? Because this pelvic brim, this one, it is indented inside. So it forms an indentation here, so forming a heart-shaped appearance. But in female, it is less indented, so it is almost round-shaped. And the pelvic cavity, it is longer and more conical in case of male because sacrum is longer in male. So this cavity also longer and conical in male but shorter and cylindrical in case of female. Then ischial spine. This is the ischial spine of both sides. This is ischial spine. These ischial spines, they are closer to each other and more inturned, turning inside. And the getastatic notch, this one, this is getastatic notch. The depth of this notch is narrow in case of male but wide in case of the female. Then puboischial index, I already told you what is puboischial index. It is about less than 90 in case of male and more than 90 in case of female. So by all these points, we can see how to differentiate the male from the female pelvis. So if I ask you, this pelvis particularly belongs to male or female, I look for initially the subpubic angle, and it is seen that it is less than 90 degree or it is acute angle. So it is probably the male pelvis, and I will corroborate this with the other different anatomical features to differentiate male from female pelvis.